Today we're going to be using a little bit of white lightning in order to clean this piece. So before doing any type of sanding, always give your piece a good clean. The idea behind that is that you want to lift as much dirt, residue, grime, anything that's stuck to the surface prior to sanding, so you don't actually grind it into the surface, because if you grind that dirt and that into the surface, it makes it much more difficult to paint and you can end up with adhesion issues. So we're going to give it a little bit of white lightning. So this is 2 tablespoons of white lightning to 1 gallon of hot water. And so we'll give that a spray. I like using the spray bottle because it makes a difference as far as being able to get your product on the surface without having to waste any additional product. So give it a spray. If my spray bottle will work, oh, there we go. Give it a liberal spray and then start giving it a wipe down. And what this will do is lift anything within reason off this so that it gives me a clean surface to start from. Paint adhesion can be one of the #1 issues. Now keep in mind, the piece that I'm currently working on is a 1950s vintage china cabinet hutch combination. However, I didn't keep the hutch, I just kept the china cabinet. And it's like a 50s or 60s. I'm not actually sure which one. I'll have to actually do some research. And it has this beautiful retro paper inside, which is a peel and stick, and I don't know who put it in, but thank you, because it's absolutely gorgeous and it's actually going to stay. I'm actually using this as the inspiration for the whole piece. So it'll get a good cleaning, then a rinse with some clean water. And then we're going to start with some slick stick. And this is the reason that you clean first before doing it. So yeah, so it'll get a rinse after I'm finished cleaning. Let it dry. 1 coat of slick stick, wait for 2 hours, come back, give it the 2nd coat of slick stick, and then let it dry overnight. And into the humidity of today, we may or may not actually get it dry. And then start painting. So stay tuned and follow along. Cheers.
Slick Stick by Dixie Belle. Painted in Caviar by Dixie Belle. Painting metallics is hard. Trying to get it as streak-free as possible, but it's hard. All right, so see what I'm doing here is I'm shifting over ever so slightly on both sides so that it's not just one side or the other that's going to have it. So when it meets in the middle, it'll be more even.
So we're back, and what I'm doing is I'm actually just using this cloth to help apply it. So I've, not liberally, but I put a decent amount into the cloth to make sure that I have something to work with. And then I'm just rubbing the piece down. And this will give us a nice finish. It's durable, food safe, and at the same time, it's perfect for dark colors so you don't end up with streaking that. So we will see how this turns out. So stay tuned, and I'll come back with an update once we get it sit for a couple hours, and then we'll buff it out. So a little hemp oil on the top is definitely making the finish nicer. However, here's the issue. The hemp oil smeared the gilding wax. Now I need to remove that, the hemp oil and the gilding wax from the front, and redo it. So many challenges.